All right, you are live on Facebook and recording.
Hello. Hello, friends. So glad that you could join me. Mary Amber Hughes here, and I'm excited to share with you about essential oils made easy. So I love essential oils. I've been sharing about them for quite some time now, and I still never tire of it. And so the goal of this class is to dip your foot into the water. If you've been here and using oils for a while, this you may have more questions, but this is for those who are just interested, have their oils, wanting to get them off the shelf and use them in new, fresh ways, and want to learn 3 cool things about essential oils. So if at the end of this session, you have questions, reach out to me. I'd love to help you answer them and connect you with information. That's one of the things I kind of get a little bit of a excitement out of. Also, then 3 ways to use essential oils. And so if you have an oil sitting around and you're not quite sure how to use it, reach out. I'd love to send you some information on it so you can start improving your body and your health with it, or sharing it with others. Also, then how to get these in your home. So if you happen to be a doctor or a nurse, some of the information that we're going to share might be new to you, or not new to you, but familiar to you. And I am really excited and passionate about these essential oils because they have literally changed my life. I used to have sore throats as a child, and that led me to have a lot of prescriptions for medicine for that. And I had continued having itchy, sore, scratchy, seasonal throat issues that would leave me without my voice, and also would cause discomfort and keep me from being able to talk to my children throughout my marriage and in mommyhood. And so I don't want anybody to have to go through that for days and days and days, because I wanted to stay away from the antibiotics or the over-the-counter medicines. I would try to treat it naturally. So I did things and they were effective, but oftentimes it took many days, prolonged. And what I found was taking On Guard and gargling it with some tea tree and a little shot glass of water. And when my cousin shared oils with me, the first time that I had my voice leave and me feel like discomforted, I did what she, told me we could do with these oils and put the On Guard and the tea tree in and gargled that. And I'm telling you what, it has changed my life. I do not have to deal with that. I can do something about it at the very beginning. I don't have to sit in the waiting room. I don't have to, if I would need to, I would definitely go. But for years now, I've just been grabbing my On Guard and my tea tree oil, and it's been a peace of mind as a mama. So I can talk, be clear, and not feel that hot burning knife sensation in my throat that I used to feel all those years. And also, one of the other reasons I want to share is because I was a mom of 3 little ones, and one of my children had trouble with regularity. And so I remember that feeling of knowing they needed to go, but not knowing what to do. So I tried some herbs, but to try to get them to take the herbs, they weren't all into that. So what I found is this little bottle of digestin, and I'll share more about it a little bit later, but this was my aha oil, that when we use this, just very non-invasively, rubbing it around her abdomen, and then just within minutes for us, not like within like an hour's time or so, that helped her to then be able to go to the bathroom. And so one of the neat things about this essential oil is it can be diluted if you have sensitive skin. It doesn't have to be diluted, and it can be taken internally if that's a great way to get it in to be helpful to the digestive system. But it does just what it does, the digest zen. It helps to bring that zen to your digestive system. And for her, it was wonderful because she was one of the older ones, so I could teach her how to use this in a very safe manner. And she keeps this with her now, then a little key ring, and to have something that you can have great results with and teach and empower your children to be able to help themselves. I want you to have those skills. I want you to have those skills to know how to use these so that you can share them with the people in your life that you love and care about, save you time, save you money, and save you energy. So let's get started about the 3 cool things of essential oils. All right. So if you have peppermint, you can grab your peppermint. If you were in a class with me in person, we would be passing the peppermint around. The peppermint essential oil. What are the three cool things about essential oils? The first one is that they're safe. So that means that they're safe to use on adults and children with the proper education. They're safe to breathe in. They're safe to put on, and they come with a nice little safety guide on the outside of the bottle. So I love that. It means they're 100% essential oil. This whole bottle would be peppermint oil. Nothing else is in it. And anything that would be with it is actually, on the bottle. Before I get into that, they are grown in their ideal circumstances. So where they're grown is really so that they can have the best production for them, and where they may have started out indigenously as well. Not the case in every single situation, but for the most part. And so when you take that plant from conditions in which it really is flourishing and growing and doing its thing, and then you distill it and you put it on or bring it to this bottle, you and I receive the same benefits when we put that on ourselves. So they are extracts from amazing plants. Okay. And they're very powerful. They're potent. Okay. They are 50 to 70 times more potent than dried herbs that I was using before. So it saves me a lot. I'm able to dilute these and use these in amazing ways to bring health to my family and to myself and to others. So they are certified pure to be the most tested essential oil grade essential oils on the market. So you'll see that CPTG, it's the certified pure tested grade, and that is the doTERRA commitment that there is nothing else in this bottle but 100% pure peppermint oil. So it is very energizing. It's great for this time in the afternoon when I'm recording and to pep you up. So you can put a drop in your hand. You could also put some on your thumb. Put it to the roof of your mouth. And that is just a wonderful way to get it. You don't want to stick it in your eye. Never stick it in your eye or too close to your eyes, but because it does have that camphorous smell to it. But it is a great at opening airways in the sinuses and also in the chest. So when you breathe it in deep, it's cooling. And so I'm just going to share with you a couple ways I use it. When the body's temperature rises, I do like to let it rise because I know it's doing good things and it's a healthy process in the body. But with small children, they get uncomfortable. And even some of us adults get uncomfortable. And when we need to, this peppermint oil is great to, I use it diluted with my little ones. And I put it on the bottoms of their feet and then put socks on. For myself, I will rub it in along my temples for an energy pick-me-up. And also if my head feels tense, but also when you have that body temperature that is high, you can put it up here as well and along the spine, and it's very helpful and cooling. Another way I like to use it is in my after sun spray to cool me down, and it's just a great asset to have. So the first cool thing about essential oils is that they're safe. All right. The second cool thing about essential oils is that they're effective. I already was kind of talking about that, but they are oftentimes more effective than our modern approaches to our health problems. The statistic is out there that 80% of the things that we encounter with our health are things that we can control when we get started right at the get-go, when we know something's not right. And then the other 20%, we can totally go and see a specialist or see someone about looking more into what's going on with our body. But you see here that little cell. And so what I like is that these essential oils, they actually like to go into our skin and they can float throughout the body where they're needed, and they can transfer in and out of the cell and be able to help the cells to right themselves and help them to do what they were created to do. And one of the amazing things is our cells are always looking for the right ingredients and the right nutrients so that they can maintain their health and their longevity. And the essential oils come along and really help with that. There's further research on that I could go into, but I'm going to just keep it right there for right now. So the essential oils, one of the essential oils that I found really effective and I shared with you earlier was the On Guard. This is our protective blend, and it is amazing because it can soothe an irritated throat, but also it's great at helping the body to maintain its immunity. And so the reason being is it's a little bit spicy with its cinnamon and clove and what was it? Wild orange and rosemary and clove. Yep, I did cinnamon. I think I got them all there. Eucalyptus. And so just a little bit of this in a shot glass of water, and then I gargle that, and then I can swallow it down. This is great. Put directly on the bottoms of the feet. Or it is a little bit warm. It's warm to the skin, so you can dilute it with a carrier oil, and that is just a fatty oil. And doTERRA sells a coconut oil, but if you have sensitivities, you can use jojoba, sweet almond, or whatever carrier oil you would like. And you can see there, when I'm looking at the essential oils on the screen, you can see A, T, and I. And the great thing about the peppermint and the On Guard is they are A, they can be used aromatically. T, they can be used topically. And I means they can be used internally. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But they are effective. I've found that On Guard to be really effective and supportive. And I love that you're here to learn more about it. They're also affordable. So as the mom of 8 children, it's important to me that my children are healthy and can live life to the fullest. That's what our school's name is, Full Life Academy. We educate here at home, and it's important that we learn how to use our funds that we are given. So it's important to me in the beginning, and the person who shared oils with me knew that I can use one oil in many different ways instead of just like having one bottle of digestive tabs that are only for that's not a really good example. So like your eye wash or something like that, not eye wash, but like something for, say you have a discoloration in your eye and you need get rid of the gunk that's coming out. I love that I can use my tea tree oil, and I can use it in all two ways to use that, more than just one way. And that's with this lavender. Okay. So lavender is very affordable, but not just that. All of the essential oils are really affordable. When I consider the time I would take, what I used to do when I had to go and sit and wait, I'd have to arrange for a sitter to stay with the other child if I didn't want to take them to the doctor's office with me. So the time off work, not just that, if you, especially now, if you're off work, you have to have excuse to, you have to see the physician to be able to get a certification to be able to come back to work. And so I love that these essential oils save me time. They save me having to wait there. So when I start feeling that way on a Friday night, I can just take care of it right then and there. If one of my kids or my husband starts feeling a little icky, we can take care of it right then and there. Like last Thursday, all of a sudden I started feeling like malaise hit and elevated body temperature. And I was able to put oils on and be able to go and rest. And by evening time, I was so much better. So one of the things that some people have when the seasons change, or just when it's too windy, sometimes they get discomfort around their ears. Well, I know that is a doctor's visit, oftentimes then maybe some medication. And then so there's this time you have invested, money that you have invested. And I love when my kids, which is very few times that they've had to use it for this, but around the ears, we can just put some tea tree oil or lavender oil. That's why I hear the lavender oil right along around the outside of the ears, on the ear, the bones around the outside. And then we never drip anything inside the ear. We just take it and put on our finger and put it on the cartilage part here. Okay. And that is lavender, and it saves us, it's pennies per dose. Okay. So it's really just amazing that I can have this oil. I can also use it for calming the mind. And those times when maybe I get upset, or I see something that is disturbing, and I can just calm myself down. That's what we most usually consider lavender essential oil to be. When I first thought of essential oils, when someone said essential oils, I thought of lavender. You may be familiar with the synthetic lavender. If you're hearing this for the first time and you've never smelled our lavender, definitely ask the person who invited you to this class or myself for a sample of lavender to smell it, because it has a totally different aroma, and you might find that you actually like the scent of lavender. So I love, and I'm excited for people all the time. I could give tons of accounts of people who are using the essential oils and saving themselves money, saving themselves time, and feeling so empowered. So those are the 3 things that are amazing, cool things about essential oils. They're safe, effective, and affordable. Now we're going to talk about the 3 ways to use essential oils. Now, I was talking to you about aromatically, and we have diffusers that doTERRA offers, and you may have a diffuser in your home as well. I love this one and the designs that doTERRA has now that just you lift the lid off and you can put the oils directly in there. This is a great way to positively, this is one of the first ways or first tools I got after I received my oils. I saved up and got myself a diffuser. This is our pedal diffuser. Oops, sorry. And it's great. It can run for 2, 6, and 12 hours and intermittently. So you might want to consider that, because when you put like 3 to 5 drops of essential oil in your diffuser, you actually can be uplifting your mood. And also then like the citruses are very uplifting, and then cleansing the air and also supporting the respiratory function. So you're like, maybe you're thinking, oh my goodness, how am I going to remember all that? Well, the good thing about when you get started with doTERRA is you have the person who shared oils with you. You have myself, if I'm the person that shared oils with you, as a resource, because we're going to be here with you along the way. You don't have to be overwhelmed. Just take what you can take from this first session, and then watch it again, or have a conversation with the person who invited you, and we would be happy to help support you in using the oils that you've invested in, or that you choose to invest in. So the first way to use essential oils is aromatically. And the second way that I like to use essential oils is topically. I already shared with you a little bit about using the oils topically, but what we would use this for is, say that you've been out gardening, or you've maybe been running and your knees are feeling a little achy when you go to bend, or maybe you actually bump into something and you have a sensation of throbbingness. And so we have a great oil blend that if you've not tried this, you have to try it. This is the Deep Blue essential oil. And if you have used Deep Blue essential oil, definitely give a shout out in the comments and let us know how you use your Deep Blue. This oil is great to put right on the area of concern, or you can use some carrier oil when you put on the oil topically if you have sensitive skin, or you just want to be cautious and you want to also keep that oil in that area of the skin. Topically, adding a carrier oil helps the oil to stay in that top layer of skin so that it's going to be able to be absorbed and go down into the body. It's not going to be flashing off the skin. So Deep Blue is for aches and discomforts and all kinds of things like that. So definitely topically, you're going to put an oil on when you have that need a range of motion. Do not think like this is very difficult at all, because what they say on the bottle how you can use them. And so that's what I like about doTERRA. They let you know if you can use it topically or aromatically or internally. The third way that you can use essential oils is aromatically. Whew. Not aromatically, internally. And this is just a little veggie cap. doTERRA sells this little veggie cap here, this bottle of veggie caps. And this, when we use the oils internally, we are wanting to help support the body's healthy immunity and healthy digestive system. And so this is a great way to get the oils and use the oils in you, in your body. So one of the ones that I like to use is frankincense. And so frankincense is a great oil. You can put it in water. And when we put the oils, take them internally, we would also use glass or stainless steel. So we have lemon oil, and anytime we drink it, we drink in glass or we drink in stainless steel. It doesn't have to be fancy, but we do drink the oils in our water. So that's one way to use them internally. You can also take a drop of frankincense or copaiba under your tongue, and that's another way to use your oils. If it has a supplemental fact box on it, that's how I know if I can take it internally. The deep blue that I was talking about for topical discomfort, that one does not have a supplemental fact box. So you would not take this one internally. And it does let you know that here, because it is very clear. Yep, it says to apply topically, dilute with a carrier oil to minimize skin sensitivity. So just read the labels and you will be empowered to know how to use your oils in a great way. So we already talked about some of these oils. I'm excited because I'm just going to buzz through the top oils that we have that we all love and use. And then if you use any of them, share in the comments, because that is so helpful to learn from one another. And also lemon is great. And we're going to get started on this first one. That's the oil that I put in my water. Lemon is an oil that can be used all three ways. You see the A for aromatic, T for topical, and I for internal. So I'm just going to share a couple of the ways I like to use it. So lemon is one that if you have Sharpie and dry erase boards and somehow you get your Sharpie confused for your dry erase marker, or someone you know and love uses a Sharpie on your dry erase marker, you can take that Sharpie off and clean your dry erase board really well with the lemon oil. So you just put a little lemon on a cotton swab or cotton round and then wipe down your dry erase board. We teach at home, so that's just a tip. It's also great for Goo Gone. All right. So that is something that would get any gooey, sticky residue off of glass or a hard surface like that. You do want to be cautious of your surfaces, but lemon is a great cleaner, so it can be added to your cleaning sprays. It's also great to cleanse the body naturally, and so that's why I don't sip lemon every single day. I like to switch up my oils, but that's why it's great to sip a lemon or a citrus oil, is because it helps the body to get rid of that crud and some of those things that we get in our body through breathing in toxic air and fumes and through other means in the body. So when I think of reducing toxins in my body and in my home, I think of lemon in my diffuser and in my diffuser recipes, and lemon in my water. All right, frankincense. We touched a little bit about frankincense, but this one is great. It can promote calm feelings when you're feeling nervous. And so that's why it's a great one to just put on your hands and then rub it together, and then rub it at the base of your neck and on your shoulders, and then breathe it in. Some people like a drop of frankincense under their tongue to help with their afternoon pick-me-up. And also another thing that I have done and used, and I switch up, is put a little bit of frankincense in with my moisturizer. If I have a moisturizer that doesn't have the doTERRA frankincense in it already, or I just want a little bit of the boost of frankincense, maybe on a little age spot, or putting it in my after sun spray is another thing I like to do to help with the skin's health, especially after I've come out of the sun. So it does help cells perform optimally. So that's another reason why it's great to add it to your after sun spray. The digestin, this is the one I talked to you about. This one is for everything digestive. So I shared a little bit about how you can use it for a sluggish digestive system, but it's also great if you've had too many rides in the summer, or if you're going on a trip for Easter, maybe you're going to go see some family or friends, or for the holidays. Definitely digestin is one I keep with me because it really does help relieve any kind of motion sickness. It helps with nausea, helps with all of that kind of stuff. Anything digestive. Ate too much, this is great. A little drop in a glass of water and swallow it down, or rubbed on the outside of the belly. The deep blue, talked about that one. This one is excellent for all those achy joints and muscles. And one of the things that you don't want to forget is that you can use it to ease head tension. And my daughter has found that to be the case. She's learning a lot at her new job. And so she loves putting up here in her hairline, just kind of on her fingertips and then tapping here. And it really does help to ease head tension. One of the things I might mention here too is when you're using this, and maybe that knee is really, really touchy. And so, or maybe it has a bandage on it and you can't put it on that, put it on the alternating shoulder, alternating elbow, alternating knee, on across the body. And the body is amazing. And somehow it just knows what to do. And those properties will be able to be transferred and bring health to the body on that, the achy side, even when you can't touch it. All right, breathe, breathe, breathe. This is our respiratory blend. And this is one that you would want to put 3 to 5 drops in the diffuser and have running at night. This is another one that is great to, I know some people put a little bit here under their nose, and it's a little bit too cooling for me to do that, but I love to put this in the diffuser and breathe from it, just like you might some other kind of means, kind of big huffs and breaths in. It's also one that you can dilute with coconut oil or an unscented lotion and apply to, sorry there, I'm shaking a little bit, but somebody's walking. Apply to the chest or the back of the back between the shoulder blades areas to make sure that it's taken into the lungs. But it is not one you take internally, and you can see that because there's an A and a T and not an I. So aromatically and topically. Oh, this is like, this is sunshine in a bottle. And this is one of the first oils I smelled. It is like having a bunch of citrus fruit right in front of your face and you're just breathing it all in. And the wild orange is amazing. It's energizing, invigorating. I do like this one alternated in my water and definitely in my diffuser. This makes a great blend. Also added to cleaning sprays. So when you're cleaning, it's uplifting the mood. It's making the room smell good. It's helping to clean. And it's also helping to reduce that toxins in the air and such as well. All right, adaptive. This is a newer blend of oils and it is wonderful. And you see it can be used aromatically. So in the diffuser or on some diffuser jewelry is a great place to put the adaptive. Dilute a little bit with a carrier oil, put it around your neck area or over your heart. That is going to help to sustain attention and ease the mind as you're working on tasks, as you're going into your holidays, as you're visiting and getting back into the groove of being around people again. You want to inhale it deeply to calm the heart and the mind. And so that's why it makes it a great one to put over the heart. If you have a car diffuser, this would be great to add in your car diffuser. Even if you don't, and you just have it in your purse, grab a tissue, put a couple of drops in the tissue and stick it in your vent on the way to wherever you're headed, and just let the vehicle's air make that your own natural diffuser. So there's your adaptive. And these oils are like the top oils that people are using in their homes. And we love and switch these out and kind of make some combinations. Last but not least, this is Copaiba. This oil helps all the other oils do what they need to do. It helps to carry it into those nervous system pathways, into the respiratory system, digestive system. This oil just helps to kind of usher them all to where they need to get to go. So this is called Copaiba. You may have heard it as Copaiba. It comes from Brazil. And this one, I really do like the taste of. I will put it in my water and sip it in my water, and it can be taken internally because it does have that supplemental fact box right there. It soothes aches and pains on its own when applied to those areas of discomfort. It does settle down the body for sleep and calm the mind. So this one can be put on first. We call it layering. You put on the Copaiba, and frankincense is a good one to use. If you don't have Copaiba yet, you could put frankincense down, and then you can put down that the wild orange, which is calming, which I didn't say. It's invigorating, but it's also very calming and relaxing. So I use wild orange on my babies for their relaxation and for their digestive support. But you could put on the Copaiba and then the adaptive, or the Copaiba and then the lavender. The opportunities are endless with helping your body to use the oils that you're putting on. And so we call that layering, when you put one oil on and then we put another oil on top of it. So Copaiba is one every home should have. And I'm really glad doTERRA decided to source it. Copaiba is great for headaches, says Brenda. You are correct, Brenda. Thanks for sharing that. I actually heard testimony of a woman firsthand who had severe foot and ankle discomfort, and that is putting it mildly. And she has really, she has gotten off of some other things that she had been on that were causing some kind of side effects and such. But that was the oil for her, Copaiba. So when we're using oils, or if you're just getting started, or if you're sharing them with other people, doTERRA has lots of options. That's not to overwhelm you. That's just to let you know, if you try one and you're not seeing results, try a sample of another one. See if you can find what your body's going to respond to, because each one of us is divinely made. We are each a sovereign soul, and we deserve that attention and deserve to find out which oil is going to help to support us and to bring us health and restoration that we so much desire and need. This oil is a fabulous oil. This was the oil that my cousin smelled like when we were first using oils. And I've come to love it and appreciate it. And I think every stressed out person needs a bottle of balance. One little story, I used to trip up the stairs. I do not trip up the stairs. I use my balance in the morning. But the key is putting these oils right next to your bed, by your sink, by your breakfast dishes, where you on the counter where you use them. If you're putting it in with laundry, because I do use oils in laundry as well, on top of the washer or on the shelf beside the washer. But balance is used for relaxing massage. It is actually our grounding blend, because it does that. It helps to bring a grounding sense to the mind and the body when you put it on. And you don't have to put it just on your feet. You can put it on your lower back. You can put it over your belly. You can put it on your wrists, over your on your jugular. But this one is fabulous. You can diffuse it as well in the diffuser. It makes a great oil, or you can be your own diffuser. And that's one of the things we normally talk about when I forgot to talk about when we're using them topically. Topically, you can be your own diffuser. And if you don't have a diffuser when you're getting started, you can use a mason jar with a lid, or not even have to be mason. It could be a spaghetti jar with a lid. You put a cotton ball in there and put some drops of balance in, put the lid on, and then have it with you. Like if you're traveling or whatever, baby food jars are really small and compact, and you can do that as well. But you just open it up, breathe it in, and that is your own personal diffuser. So I like to let people know you don't have to have all the bells and whistles, just have the basics and use them, and you will receive tons and tons of benefits from it. So I am thrilled that you've been joining me. Want you to just pause for a moment. I'm just going to pause and kind of talk a little slower. I want you to just take a deep breath in. If you have oils with you, breathe them in. And think about, what are your top 3 health concerns that you have right now? Maybe you're experiencing those health concerns as you're listening. Maybe you've experienced it today. Maybe it was yesterday. Maybe you're thinking maybe that's going to happen tomorrow. What are your top 3 health concerns? Now imagine your daily life without those health concerns. What would that be like? If you'd asked me if I was a healthy person, or if I had health concerns when I first got started, I would say, I'm healthy. We garden. We eat whole foods. But I didn't realize and take into account some of the other things that I had going into my life. And that's what created the perfect storm. The perfect storm that when my cousin shared oils with me, I was covered in rash all over my arms, and I had a rash that would appear on my neck and my chin. Sometimes it was around my ears. That health concern kept me from being the person God had created me to be, kept me from being the mom that He wanted me to be and the wife that He wanted me to be. It kept me from enjoying baby showers and weddings and going to the park and the zoo with my family. I had to wear a hat. But I'm telling you that some amazing things happen when you start listening to what your body's telling you. And that's why you're here. If you're here, there's something your body's been trying to tell you. Those health concerns, that's an indication that something is going on. This next 3-pack that I'm going to share with you, this changed my life, along with changing my eating habits. This right here is our daily Lifelong Vitality pack. I take this daily, And I'm telling you, if you want to feel awesome, start listening to your body. I listened to my body, and my body was breaking out in rashes before I even came to oils. My body was saying something's going on with your liver, something's going on with the sugars, the sugar level in your body. And when I cut out all sugar for 3 months for myself, I listened to my body's cues with some guidance from a health professional. And then I started adding in the lifelong vitality. I maintain and do no longer break out in rashes around my chin and my neck, around my ears. I don't have to be itching and itching and itching. I can go to baby showers and weddings, and I can spend time with my children. I can go outside like I wasn't able to do before. And I want that for you. If you're sitting here with a health concern and you're listening, I want you to know there's hope. And this may be a piece. I believe these oils are a piece of that. Beatrice, would you go and get the baby, please? So one of the things I want to go back and just talk about, the reason this was so effective is because it has DNA protection in it. This alpha serum, we'll start off with the microplex. This is your daily vitamins and minerals. And we can eat healthy, and we think that growing our beans and canning them is good. But what I didn't take into consideration is the spray from the field next to my parents' garden where the beans were grown that was wafting over onto my products, onto my healthy beans that we were growing. It meets our daily vitamins and minerals, the needs that my body has that maybe I'm not getting from my healthy homegrown foods and such. So there's a whole list of a lot of things that I was trying to get myself and put in individually. When I looked at this, I was amazed that this supplement had those things in it. It has your vitamin, it has your minerals in it that you would want. Plus it has biotin. It has in it vitamins or whole foods like spinach and cabbage and parsley and Brussels sprouts, vegetables that you would want to eat. All right. That maybe you may not be eating, or maybe you don't like. So when you take this, you're getting those. And when I said they're whole foods, that means like if I open this up, it's not a compressed capsule. It's all powder, and my body knows what to do with it. So this next part, this is the alpha CRS. This is which helps to with healthy inflammatory response. And so you can see on the screen all the other things it does. It's antioxidant, cellular energy, helps our cells to grow in health, growth and death. Production. And then this one is what I believe is helping with my anti-inflammatory responses. It has the essential oils in with it, as well as the 3, 6, and 9 fatty essential oils or fatty acids that we need. So this is a powerful combination. One of the things I also want you to know is if you're not one for bottles and you want to have the sachets, it comes in a box where you can have the daily packs with it. Okay. The daily sachets. So this is one full dose. This is a half a dose rather. If you're 150 pounds or more, you can take 2 of these sachets a day. I take this in the morning, and then I take another one at noon for myself. And the big intrigue for me was that this has a 30-day back guarantee. Okay, so this is our number one selling product. You may have heard of doTERRA because of our oils, but this is our number one selling product. And I'm living testimony that it can change lives, and it can improve lives, and it can improve your health and your emotions. Because I have family that say, I don't know if you've taken your vitamins today because it affects my emotions. And so when our bodies are given what they need, they're able to help us with emotions and physical well-being. All righty. Thanks so much for letting me share a little bit there. So there are 3 ways to purchase doTERRA. You may have been listening and have a couple ideas of things that you are interested in. And I just want to cover those 3 ways to purchase. The first is retail. That is like the most expensive way, and only usually if you're buying it from a health foods shop or a spa setting would you want to purchase them retail. Wholesale is what I started with. And this is the best way to purchase the essential oils and the products that you want. It's like Costco. And so you're getting 25% off of the retail price when you purchase them at wholesale. And then how I purchase the oils now, and most of my friends purchase the oils, are at wholesale plus then you get points for free products. And this is where you get 25% off of the retail. So you're getting the wholesale membership. And then you're also earning products back through their loyalty rewards program. So if that interests you, you can always find out more about that. Those are the 3 ways to purchase. And what you can expect from me, and when you start to get your wholesale account, you can expect a welcome packet. Okay, that can come either in the mail or over the internet. You can also expect a personal consultation with me where I sit down with you and answer your questions and walk you through how to use your doTERRA account. Then also you'll get access to our education group. You may be even part of that education group right now. Plus then you'll get my team group where I help to remind you about specials that are coming up, special events, and also help you with tips on how to save funds and maximize your wholesale account. And then also in that same group, we have wonderful giveaways each week and just a community of people that you can ask questions to. Then you also get ongoing support. And that means that the person who shared oils with you or myself will be there and available for you to help support you if you have questions or need support further. I want to share with you a couple of the bundles that doTERRA offers. And these are just a few of them. So if you're somebody who is liking what you're hearing and you're looking for big bottles that are going to help your family, a diffuser that's going to help your family, the On Guard products that help with your maintaining a healthy immune system. And you also like the hair care products, because that's what I use is with my curly hair. I use the doTERRA hair care. You would be interested in the Healthy Home Kit. And this is a wonderful kit selection for getting started. Then if you're looking for the big bottles and a diffuser, but you're not ready quite to go anywhere further, this is a great mind and body and spirit kit, because the diffuser is going to allow you to use these aromatically and take these into your bedroom where you're resting, take them into your living room when you're entertaining guests, into the kitchen, and just be able to support your family and your healthy lifestyle that you're wanting to support. And this one does have the adaptive oil. As far as all of the oils that I talked about, I do believe, except for frankincense, has copaiba and the adaptive oil in this one. If you are thinking, maybe I just want to get a little bit in here, but I really like the diffuser option, this is a healthy start kit. This is the top 10 oils that we've discussed, and with the exception of tea tree. I didn't get to talk as much about tea tree. And the Brevi diffuser. And this diffuser is a really cool diffuser. It runs for 2 hours straight, or 2 hours on and off, and 10 hours intermittently. All right. So this is another great bundle. But this month, whether you choose to get started or you place a standard order for these products, doTERRA is offering these limited diffuser combos, and they are amazing. This first one, I'm just going to jump to the bigger one because that's the one I have and I'm loving it. The La Luz is really cool too. I just have in the wintertime, things get dry here, just with being here where I'm at in northern Ohio. And so I need a little bit of humidity in the air. So this diffuser combo is fabulous. The Dawn humidifier, you get this humidifier and the On Guard and the Breathe oil, all for $88. And it is amazing, amazing, amazing. So it runs intermittently or straight. Okay. And that's only this month while supplies last. The La Luz diffuser, you can purchase this diffuser and you get a free wild orange and peppermint. And it is a really super cool diffuser as well, where you just lift off the dome and put your oils and water in. So effective and beautiful for your home. So you might want to consider sharing that with others that you might know that are interested in this special. And if you're listening to this about the oils, and you're thinking, well, I really need some support immunity wise and mind and mood, or maybe you think relief is the area I need some relief, and I need to have products that help with that area of my body, of supporting my body. You can choose and focus and get deeper discounts with the Wellness Made Simple kits that doTERRA has. and they have them in these 3 areas. And how that is you can get this nice little bag with all the products and explain to you exactly how to use it. If you're interested in learning more about that, please let the person know who's helping you, because they'll be able to tell you more details than I'm able to tell you right now. But it's a fabulous option. I'm so glad. And doTERRA is possibly going to come out with more options for those kits as well. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, and you're ready to get started with your doTERRA, please text me and let me know. I would love to help you and answer any questions you might have. If I'm not the person who shared oils with you, please reach out to the person who shared oils with you and let them know that you are ready to get started with your doTERRA, or what you learned about and what you're interested in trying. And they will be very, very excited to help you and support you in your journey. All right. So if this is something that you might be interested in, I would love to help teach your friends, and you and I teach your friends. When you host an online class, you can get this little keychain vial filled with little vials. I will give you vials with oils that are ones that would be exciting to you. And so this is what we like to encourage you to host a class. And we would love to, either if you're open to having us come in person or do it online, we can do this. And for so many people that you have come, we will give you an oil for each person that you have come. And it's really a great way to build up your stash and to have oils to take with you on the go. So if you would like to host an online class, definitely text me. I will show you that message, that number right there. Oh, how funny is that? My last digit is gone. 9767. Or definitely let the person know who shared oils with you that you'd like to host an online class. So we'll just take a moment here and say thank you so much for joining me. If you want to stick with me for just a few more minutes, I'm just going to briefly share with you about the joy of sharing oils. One of the things that has kept me sharing the oils is the experiences that I keep having with my family and in my own life, and also the experiences that other people share with me. I have dear friends in this business and dear friends along this journey that I have met, that have given me the privilege of seeing and hearing how the oils have touched their lives. I have a friend who had age spots on the side of her face and started applying frankincense, and she was so elated that it had totally lessened that to the point where I didn't even see it anymore. And that excitement, the power that she had felt, that she just by putting an oil on was able to bring about healthy results to her body's skin, was so exciting and wonderful. And I could tell you story upon story of people around the United States and even those outside of the United States that have found great results with these products. And so one comes to mind of a young woman who, when I first met her, she did not know exactly that she was going to be able to go in the career direction that she had just studied for so many years to learn and to become. And she was just getting married or was newly married. And she came, and I wasn't even sure if I could help her with these oils. I just shared like I shared today, and she took that information, and I didn't know, but she was on multiple pain medications for what she was dealing with. And God, through the use of her giving her the knowledge and the ability to do research for herself and use these oils, she was able to get off pain medication. She had been told that she would not be able to have children. And she has 2 beautiful children, and she's getting ready to have a third. And when I think about the amazing impact that those oils have on people's lives, big ways, little ways. I think I just had someone share a story, just shared. Yes. I just had a friend share here. She says, I use On Guard toothpaste and notice I get sick less than my friends. She says she uses the On Guard for headaches. I'm telling you, it is amazing. The testimonials that these oils of joy that they are bringing to people's lives. And that's what keeps me sharing. So I'm just going to share why doTERRA, why now? And this is just like 10 minutes or less. But this is the largest essential oil company in the world. I didn't set out to even know that or to join myself to that. I just knew they believed in purity. They believed in a culture in which they give back. and they give back to the community. So now they are the most tested and most trusted oils on the market right now. They work to sustain and to sustainably source their oils. So we don't have every oil out there, but we have the oils that they can sustain. And that's quite a few of them. And they just are going to release a new one this week. I'm super excited. We get to work directly with the farmers, doTERRA does, and they are in 120 plus markets. The compensation plan is genius. I was even talking with my children who were talking and brought up around the dinner table about another business. And how can they do that, Mom? How can they send them on cruises? So what doTERRA does a lot more. They don't hold the money for us and tell us what we're going to win. They give us the money so that we can live empowered, purchase our oils, bless other people's lives. And then on top of that, they offer incentives like destinations and such like that. So I really, really love doTERRA. There's a high retention rate. Most of the people here, maybe you listening, you would be using these products even if there wasn't a compensation plan and a business plan. And that was how it was for me. And they are a privately owned company. That was huge for me. I didn't want to go and be a part of a business that may just sell out in a little while. They have incredible ownership with integrity, and they are debt free without any any outside funding, which is huge. And they are used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. So that's why I choose to use doTERRA, because it has impacted my life, it's impacting my friends' lives, and all those other reasons I gave you. But you may have questions like, how do I make money? How can this pay for all 10 in your family, and be able to go on trips and be able to provide groceries and everything for your family? How much time is involved, and could this work for you? What is the next step? Let me just make it very clear. This is how I make money. I sample people with oils. I teach them like I'm doing right now. I help them enroll with their own wholesale account, and then I support them. As I'm supporting myself, I support them, and they in turn are supporting their bodies. And then the income potential there is no ceiling on it. You can go as far as you want, and it doesn't matter how big of a salesperson your upline is. You can sail past them if you want. If your life and your business does that, that's wonderful. And so you can start out here at the bottom and pay for your product. You can work if you're looking to supplement your income. That's where I'm at. I'm in this range here. Replace and multiply your income. And so it just depends on what your goals are. And doTERRA has tools to help you reach your goals. And maybe in the beginning, you don't know what your goals are. Maybe in the beginning, you're like me. I just wanted to get my oils paid for, so I wasn't taking any money away from my husband's income. And so this is how I can show you how much time is involved. 3 to 5 hours a week, you can get your oils paid for. If you want to supplement your income, it's 5 to 15 hours a week. And if you want to replace your income, it's 15 to 30 hours a week. And you can work, some seasons I work more hours, and then other seasons I don't work as more. I love the flexibility with it. I love that doTERRA has a system to help train myself and train others to how this works. So if you can follow directions, this really is something that could work for you. So could this work for me? I'm getting ahead of myself. Are you passionate about essential oils? That would be a good indicator that you can. Do you love people? Do you love helping people? I've heard someone say to me, "Oh, you can talk about their bunions on their feet and whatever." That's just not for me. That's okay, because this world is full of a bunch of different jobs and services. And somebody else may like to sell cooking tools and help people with that. And I like exactly what God's fitted me for here. So helping people with their bunions or headaches or whatever it may be. Can you follow a system and get things done? If that is something, if you can answer yes to all three of those, this definitely sounds like it could be a great option for you. So what would be the next step? Do you have a wholesale account? If you have a wholesale account, you'll definitely want to talk to the person who shared oils with you and upgrade your account and set up 100 on your LRP if you want to do this as a business. If you don't have your own wholesale account yet, That's okay. You can choose one of the kits or look into what essential oil kits doTERRA has, because there are a couple more that I didn't share, and then set up your LRP. Then you want to reach out for help. Yes, we will plug you into all of our trainings and our resources. You wouldn't have to go and search and try to find them wherever, but you want to start making your lists of people and people that you love and who you think might be interested in trying, even those that you might not think might be interested. But this really is so much fun, sharing and hearing and supporting one another in this business called doTERRA. So there is this little saying here that the only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can't have it. And I can tell you, as one person who had a story of why I couldn't have it, that when you deal with that and you're willing to open up your mind and not limit yourself, but just take it step by step and instead of trying to see tons of miles down the road, if you would take the people that God's put in your life and try and see and listen to them and see if that fits, if you have a solution that might help and fit for them, you can definitely be a blessing to others. You can go further than you thought you could go. And it becomes less about you and more about service. And that's what I really appreciate about doTERRA, is that they are a company that stands behind service and loving others. And so I just want to thank you so much for listening and today and taking time to learn a little bit more about the 3 cool things about essential oils, because it has changed my life, and I know it's probably changed yours or is about to. So take care, and thanks so much.